Hi, my name is Brianna, and I will be discussing the Boston Freedom Trail as it relates to American history and public history. The Boston Freedom Trail is located in Boston, where you could take a tour of the 16 significant historical sites that have been preserved and dedicated since 1951. This is a 2.5-mile route from downtown Boston through the North End, across the Charles River to Charleston, sites of the U.S. Navy Yard, the naval vessel USS Constitution, and the Battle of Bunker Hill Monument. A trail is a collection of museums, churches, meeting houses, burying grounds, parks, a ship, and historical markers that tell the story of the American Revolution and post-Revolution. Some of these 16 significant sites are the Boston Common. This was established in 1634. It's the oldest public park and was purchased by the Puritans from the first settler in the area, William Blackstone. It is also referred to as the training field, where over 1,000 redcoats made camp during the British occupation of Boston in 1775. It was also where 3 brigades of redcoats left to make the fateful trip to Lexington and Concord. Another site is the Old South Meeting House. Alfred Young, in his article, states that it's the largest church in Boston and was the scene of the major protest of the whole body of people, of which bars of property were let down, and in the square outside where citizens contested British soldiers and where the Boston Massacre took place. We also have the site of the Boston Massacre, which is one of the most famous, was a product of the occupation of the Boston Redcoats in 1768. They were sent there to quell riots of the Townshend duties and to protect custom officials. The massacre took place on May 5th, 1770, where 5 men died during this bloody massacre, as Paul Revere labeled it. However, Alfred Young said that he sees the plaque in front of the site of the massacre, and it does not really tell the story of the massacre that Paul Revere told it. You also have the Old State House, where the Declaration of Independence was read off the balcony, and the Old North Church, which is the oldest standing church building in Boston and has the tallest steeple in Boston at 191 feet. This played a significant role in the American Revolution because this was where the 2 lanterns were hung by Robert Newman to signal to the Patriots that the British were coming by sea. And the Bunker Hill Monument, the monument of the first battle of the American Revolution, the Battle of Bunker Hill, that took place on June 17, 1775, was technically a British victory, but also proved that colonial forces could fight effectively against the British. And the last stop on the trail is the USS Constitution, launched in 1797, was the oldest commissioned warship afloat that earned her nickname Old Ironsides during the War of 1812. There are some sites that are unofficially off the trail, and a couple of them are the Liberty Tree and the Minutemen National Park. The Liberty Tree is an important landmark because colonists hung effigies of tax collectors from this tree on August 14, 1765. It's also considered one of the first provocative events in pre-revolutionary America. The Minutemen National Park, where the opening battle of the Revolution is brought to life, and visitors can explore the battlefields and structures associated with April 19, 1775. Not only is the Boston Freedom Trail historical, but it gives you an inside look at these places that were part of the American Revolution, which was a pivotal movement in American history. The trail also provides educational programs for all age groups, such as hands-on activities, lectures, classes, curriculum guides, teacher training, grade-level research, and many others. This trail offers the only place in the country where you can experience these stories at the real places where they took place.